Hello, hi you guys. So today we're going to talk about section 5-2, dividing polynomials. We're actually going to work on this for about 3 days. This is going to be the first set of notes. Let's get started. So what we're going to do here is divide a polynomial by a monomial. Remember, a monomial has those non-negative integer exponents. So notice that it's division. These terms are separated by addition and subtraction symbols. So what I'm going to do is just kind of break this up into 3 different fractions and then reduce it as possible. So the first part is going to be 6x to the 4th y to the 3rd over my denominator, 3x to the 4th y, plus 12x to the 3rd y squared over my denominator, 3x to the 4th y, minus 18x squared y over, again, my denominator, 3x to the 4th y. So what I'm going to do now, I'm going to look at each of these individually, and when I do, I'm going to take my numbers, the 6 and the 3, I'm just going to reduce that as I normally would. 6 divided by 3 is just 2. Then what I'm going to do is remember my rules. When I divide, I subtract my exponents. So when I divide, subtract my exponents. So 4 minus 4 is 0. Anything to the power of 0 is 1. I don't have to write that. Then I have y to the 3 minus, and don't forget, if a power is not written, then it's technically a 1 there. So 3 minus 1 is 2, so that's y squared. Looking at the second term, let's see what we can do. I'm going to reduce the 12 and 3. Just imagine like a regular fraction. 12 divided by 3 is 4. And now again, when I divide, subtract my exponents. So I have 3 minus 4 is negative 1. Now I'm going to do this off on the side here. 3 minus 4 is negative 1. X to the power of negative 1. We don't really want a negative 1 in my answer. So what I'm going to do is move that to the denominator. Move to denominator. Which is the bottom of my fraction. So instead of putting x to the power of negative 1, what I'm going to do is just put that x on the denominator and keep it positive. And then I have y to the 2 minus 1. So just y. And we're going to keep that on top. Finally, let's look at this third part. I have 18 over 3, well, negative 18 over 3, but I already have that negative accounted for right there. 18 divided by 3 is 6. And then let's look here, 2 minus 4. 2 minus 4 is negative 2. Again, I'm going to work this off to the side. X to the power of negative 2. Again, I'm going to move that to the denominator. Same as what I did before, move to the denominator. So I'm going to put on the bottom x squared, and when I move it to the denominator, it makes my exponent positive. And then y to the power of 1 minus the power of 1. 1 minus 1 is 0. I don't actually have to write that. So we are done with this problem. We have divided it. The polynomial by the monomial. Let's do one more example together. I'm looking at this problem here, and when you look at it, you might be like, Ms. Faison, this is multiplication. But what's a little bit tricky about this problem here is that it says to the power of negative 1 in the corner. And because it says that, remember that means if I want to make it positive, I'd bring that to the denominator. So I could rewrite this as a division question. 18x squared y. Hold on, let me fix that too. $18x squared y plus 27 x to the third y squared z over 3xy. So what I'm going to do is break this up into two fractions because it has two terms, because terms are separated with that addition or subtraction sign. So I'm going to have on my first one 18x squared y over 3xy plus 27 x to the third y squared z over 3xy. And if you're wondering again, hey, why is that 3xy on the denominator? Recall, if I have an exponent -1, if I want to make it positive, I bring it to the bottom. So since I brought it to the bottom, it's now a division question. So let's see how I can do this. I'm going to reduce this first fraction here. And I'm looking at just 18 over 3 right now. 18 over 3 would give me 6. And again, subtract the exponents. So 2 minus 1 is just 1x. And then I have a power of 1 and a power of 1. So if I subtract those, I get 0. You don't have to write 0. Plus, let's go over to this second one. 27 divided by 3 is 9. And then x to the third over x, so 3 minus 1 is 2. And then finally, that z doesn't have any z's in the denominator, so just a z right there. All right. This next one, I'm going to give you a minute. I want you to try this on your own and see what you can do. Go ahead and pause the video right here. How'd you do? Did you get the same answer I got? Let me know. All right, here's the last one. I want you to try this on your own. See if you can come up with the answer. Go ahead and pause the video right here. All right, check it out. That's the final answer of our notes. How'd you do? Let me know tomorrow in class if you have any questions on dividing polynomials by monomials. Thanks.